Oh, hey. Wow. I feel really stupid now. Did not know that was recording. Must have hit the mouse button wherever I put it. Whatever. I was getting ready to start a video anyway, so let's just go with it. So, I guess I'm just going to start off with a little funny thing. You know how I've been going like Spears is out? Can't do that anymore. Just thought about it. My friend mentioned it to me. Seacrest out. I was like, you got to be freaking kidding me. I thought I had a little special outro going on. I'm going to have to figure out another one. So, till I do, bear with me. Today, I'm going to talk about a short anime and amazing ongoing manga. It is called Berserk. It is freaking sweet. It's pretty sick, really, to be honest. I mean, a lot of blood and guts. Ironic, the main character's name is Guts. If you've never seen it or read any of the manga, it's really good. Pretty much, Guts is born from a corpse. So, like, he's, like, always surrounded by death. He gets taken in by a band of, thieves, bandits. He gets raised by this really cruel guy who teaches him how to use a sword, but he just gives him, like, a full-size sword because, I mean, they don't have accommodations for children, really. Starts training him, and he gets a little bit better and better, you know, fighting a lot of battles. Ends up killing this father figure by accident because he gets drunk and, you know, blames everything on him. Runs away, you know, spends all his time as a mercenary, you know, just a guy up for hire, always winning on the battlefield because, I mean, his sword is always as big as him, like, tall-wise, like, it's huge. His sword is even bigger now, especially since he's bigger. I don't know if this is really a great picture of it or not, but right here is Guts. Wow, having trouble. And that is his sword. And he just got done cutting horses and the men riding them in half. It's pretty gory. One thing that's kind of not so great about it is pretty much if you see a girl in this and she's got more than just like a page that you see her, you're probably going to see her naked. Just kind of how it is. Well, he ends up joining this group called the Band of the Hawk. He's like leaving and he gets jumped because they think they can steal from him. They lose a couple guys, and then the leader, Griffith, challenges him to a duel. Whoever wins, Griffith wins, he owns Guts. If Guts wins, he just goes on about his business. Well, Griffith is an amazing swordsman. Like, Guts, brute strength, you know, hard to beat, but against somebody that's like high class, you know, above average sword skills, he falls short and is then owned by Griffith. The vice commander of the Band of the Hawk is a female named Casca, which is crazy for the time period that this is set in, because you don't really usually see women on the battlefield. Most men thought it was like bad luck and stuff like that, but Band of the Hawk was different. Griffith was the best. They never had lost a thing before, and they had been doing even better since they've attained Guts. I'm sorry. So, Guts ends up becoming the Raiders captain, and they do all this stuff, and then demons start coming into play. Like, you don't even really know what's going on. You just see Zod the Immortal. They end up finding out that he's a demon, and Griffith and Guts get messed up bad because he's abnormally powerful, even for Guts, and just Zod gets interested in Guts, and of course Griffith, because Griffith has what they call a baylet, which is like an egg-shaped thing, and it's got like a face on it, but it's not really. Like, the nose might be over here, and might be both eyes like right where they're supposed to be, and like have a mouth sideways or something, and it's actually called uh, the baylet of the king, and it's a red baylet, or the crimson baylet, I guess it is. It's because it's more like a blood red color. And pretty much Guts ends up fitting in well with the Band of the Hawk, even though he's always been a loner because of what happened in his childhood. I mean, he was raped and all kinds of other stuff. And he, and then, he hears Griffith wants to become a king, which is like impossible because he was born a peasant. Back then, you don't rise. You're born a peasant, you stay a peasant. Nobility is nobility. Royalty is royalty. It doesn't change. Well, they end up getting recruited by the Midland Army, and like the unknown things happen. Like, instead of being the Band of the Hawk, they get changed. He gets made a general, and they get changed to the White Hawks, because all the Midland people are white something. The White Tiger, White Dragon. Some of the people don't like it, so they try to assassinate him, and they fail. And Griffith is like super intelligent, so he knows what's going on, and he goes after these people. He has Guts assassinate a guy, and because this guy is assassinated, Guts is led to having to kill his son because his son sees Guts' face. And it kind of tore Guts up, but he was just doing what Griffith wants because he was owned by Griffith. Well, Griffith said that a friend to him is someone that is his equal, and it kind of tore at Guts. So he challenged Griffith to a duel, and won, actually. He broke Griffith's sword, and he walked away. After that, Griffith became impulsive and did something that Griffith wouldn't do, and slept with the king's daughter. He gets caught, and they capture him and take him to the dungeon, the lowest part of the dungeon, and trick the Band of the Hawk into thinking that Griffith has summoned them, and they try to kill and capture, but most of the Hawks make it out of there because Casca takes command quickly. But Griffith becomes tortured. He gets his tongue cut out. They cut the parts of your ligaments and stuff. He couldn't walk or anything. He had been starved. They took the skin off of his face. And then put his Hawk helmet on. Well, I want to say it's 2 years later, but I might be wrong. It might have been a year. Guts finds out about the Band of the Hawk and goes back to him, and he pretty much finds out everything that happened. And they are like, "You're just in time because we're getting ready to go rescue Griffith. We have an inside person." Well, it ends up being the princess, because she had fallen in love with Griffith already. And they work together, they get in, they get Griffith, they come out, and all of a sudden the baylet's where Griffith can get it when he tries to escape. Because at this point, Casca, who has hated him almost the entire time, is now in love with Guts also, who she was infatuated with Griffith because he saved her as a child and stuff like that. I know I'm kind of jumping around, but it's just kind of like a quick thing because I want to try to get people into it pretty much. And the Beylit actually opens up what's called the God Hand and brings the demons to Earth, and they make Griffith one of the God Hands, turn him into a demon. You know, but the thing is, he has to sacrifice all of his comrades. They get branded, you know, on the chest and stuff like that, on the arm, neck, and demons come and basically just chow down as Griffith transforms. Well, Guts being Guts has a broken sword, a knife, and he's just going through these demons. Everybody else is getting killed, like annihilated, bit in half, their head bitten off, you know, swiped into pieces. Some people are getting tricked. Like one guy who's thinking he's dreaming, and he sees a naked woman, and really, like, it's like a shaded thing, and like out of the shaded part comes like this big demon that has like this fake woman almost attached to it, and it just devours him. And so finally Griffith comes out of his thing and starts raping Casca, and Guts flips out. He's got this demon that's got a hold of his arm, and another demon is like biting on his head, like through his eye, and he just takes his broken sword. No, he takes a normal sword. He's like going at the teeth of the demon, and the sword breaks. So he takes it and he just chops off his arm, and it's gross. Like you can see it like slowly going through, and it's like ripping up, and the blood's everywhere. And finally he gets loose, and kind of like runs at Casca, and that's the end of the anime. They don't go any further. Well, in the manga they introduce a fairy named Puck, who's not in the series at all, and then they take you further than the eclipse, which was when the demons are summoned. You know, Casca's like mentally ill now because of everything that happened to her, and it's just really, really good. I'm on 19, which I'm past the eclipse and everything else. It's really, really cool. I love Berserk. It's just awesome. It's full of action, and it's called Berserk because, like, it's almost, he doesn't really black out, but it's kind of like he does, because, like, he looks like a demon. Like, they always portray him like behind, like, fire, in fire, and, like, he looks really fire, and his hair looks like even spikier, and kind of like his eyes are demonic. He gets this crazy grin on his face when he starts fighting because he enjoys killing. He really does. His whole thing is to take down the apostles, get the Beylits, get Griffith, and end Griffith. He is just so angry with him, and it's just, he ruined Casca. And every night at night, because he's got that brand and he's nowhere to be protected, demons come out trying to get him. Like, because he lives in between both worlds now. He's like, of course he lives in the living world, but he can see things that are not of this world, including fairies and stuff like that, because some people can't see fairies. It's really crazy. I recommend it above quite a few things. I mean, I'm not much of a reader, but mangas are interesting because they're like comics, and they're quite a bit bigger. You know, it takes a little bit of time. These actually aren't mine. I borrow them from my cousin. I would buy them though if he didn't have them. Really good stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and end it with that, and I'm gonna figure out an outro for you guys because I need something, an intro and outro. I'll figure it out. So see you guys later. Have a good one. Watch my video. Subscribe. Comment. You know the drill.